So, good evening, all, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I would like to welcome our today's eminent speaker, Professor Dikshit, one of the renowned medical pharmacologists in the history of India. And sir is serving in the prestigious institution KGMU as professor in head pharmacology and therapeutics. And he completed his senior residency of 3 years from PGI Chandigarh. Sir has worked as assistant professor at NGMC Nepal, ELMC Lucknow, and joined KGMU in the year of 2002. He served as assistant professor and got promoted later on the post of associate as well as professor in the year 2006. He has published more than 150 papers, including original review, research articles, case reports, letter to editors, conference procedures, abstracts, book reviews, etc. He's published one book regarding MCQs in pharmacology. He is an editorial board member of 3 journals and reviewer board member of 5 journals. He has posted more than 70 lectures as PPT format in author stream. Under his guidance, 7 students have been pursuing the PhD work. His area of interest includes clinical pharmacology, educational research, and animal experimental laboratory animal research and husbandry research, which is related to cardiovasculars as well as CNS. So, sir, overall is a very good human being. I have been known to him personally in my capacity as pharmacist in SPSR. And sir, most welcome to you on the platform of ISF College of Pharmacy. Dhanyavad, sir. Charan Ispar, sir. Now, sir, I would
So,
like to invite you.
thank you, and namaskar to all. Good evening, and just I want to share my screen.
Sir.
Is it visible? Is it visible?
Not yet, sir. It may
Okay.
take 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
Is it?
Yes, sir, please go on full slide share mode, full
Yes,
screen.
yes, yes, yes. Uh, this is not working, I think. Slide say
Sir,
now it is.
there is one option, sir. जो नीचे साइड में आपको जहाँ से फुल स्क्रीन करते हैं उसके राइट में एक ऑप्शन आता है सर, स्प्लिट वाला. देयर इज टू दैट जूम नीचे साइड में, जूम के नीचे एक स्प्लिट, स्प्लिट के नीचे ऑप्शन है सर, थर्ड लास्ट.
नीचे ना.
यस यस.
एक मिनट. मेरे से हो नहीं रहा यार ये.
Sir, we
Yeah.
can go with this mode also, sir. And I
Okay.
would like to welcome our director, sir, also. Professor G.D. Gupta, sir, has joined, sir. Welcome you, sir.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. So, thank you for inviting me to give a talk over the concluding day of the week, that is Pharmacovigilance Week, celebrated in during this period, 17th to 23rd. Now, my this is also not working. This.
तुम पहले ये तो बताओ तुम्हारा क्या वो. सर स्लाइड इज विजिबल सर.
नहीं, स्लाइड तो विजिबल, स्लाइड मूव नहीं कर रही मेरे से.
सर यू कैन मूव द स्लाइड विद द स्क्रॉल फ्रॉम माउस और की सर.
Now it is visible.
दिस इज द फर्स्ट स्लाइड सर.
Is it visible? Your safety just.
सर राइट हैंड साइड पे आपके
नहीं, अब आपको दिखाई पड़ रहा है. Your safety just click away.
नो सर, स्लाइड फर्स्ट स्लाइड खुली हुई है, मूव नहीं कर रही. राइट हैंड साइड पे सर देखिए आपके स्लाइड में एक क्रॉस का साइन आ रहा है सर. वो कर दीजिए, वो दबा दीजिए। जो बैकअप वाला ऑप्शन आ रहा है, प्लीज क्लोज द बैकअप ऑप्शन, देन इट विल बी फंक्शनल।
पता नहीं इससे कहाँ पे आ रहा है।
राइट हैंड साइड पे सर, जो बैकअप दिस डॉक्यूमेंट इज टेलिंग, राइट हैंड साइड देयर इज द क्रॉस ऑप्शन, जो आपका किंग जॉर्ज मेडिकल यूनिवर्सिटी का लोगो लगा है फोटो ऊपर, उसके
हाँ,
कॉर्नर राइट हैंड साइड पे सर।
ये अब आया।
यस यस सर, नाउ इट इज मूविंग।
So your safety is just a click away. Report to the PVPI, and that is the slogan given by this year's celebrations. Again, it is not moving. Please. Again, it is not moving.
You can send to me, I will operate from here sir, that way
Okay,
also
so
we can do.
just I am sending you. Just I am sending.
Okay sir, okay sir.
I have sent. Just please open from your side. मैंने भेज दिया है, देख लो। मिला?
If sir, what is the password for the same?
Okay, K Kumar @ 217.
Okay sir, give me a minute. Sir, K is capital,
K is capital.
Kumar @
217.
Visible. Uh, Sir, there is one slideshow from your side. Please stop. Yes, now it is there. Okay, sir. So you can start now. And when please start, sir.
Am I audible? Hello,
Yes,
am I
sir.
audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this was actually technical glitch and ultimately resolved. So good evening, everyone. And now we are at the last day of the Pharmacovigilance week. Everybody and every institute celebrated, and whatever the best can be given to the country in the pharmacovigilance monitoring awareness and all these have been done. So next slide, please. So the slogan is "Your safety just a click away from the and report to the PVBI," and that's how they have actually given the click, and the slogan itself suggests that anybody can report, and anybody is just a click away because everybody is having self loan. Everybody can have access to the number, access to the barcode, access to the internet, etc., etc., and that's how the days are gone that everybody was had to fill the form and in the hard form. Now the days are gone. That's how the monitoring awareness has been better and better and better days day by day. Thank you. Next slide, please. Next करते जाइए हाँ करते जाइए. So why one more guest lecture? Because of the significance. Everybody who is involved, anybody who is involved in the therapeutics, right from the physician to the clinician to the pharmacist and the nursing staff and the administration, everybody must be aware of the ADRs and ADR monitoring and promotion of the ADR monitoring. So because my intention is to promote the lowermost, like patients are the culprit, patients are the more sufferer, so patients are the sufferers, so they must be educated first. Patient attendant, followed by nursing, followed by pharmaceutical, then followed by consultant and the senior doctors, and ultimately the administration. So we have to go from the bottom to the top. Next Next, please. So my discussion will flow like introduction and some of the hindrance why the ADR monitoring is so low in India, that is challenges, and what are the possible solutions which can be to solve this. So just a minute to everybody. I ask that just next slide, please. Name a thing, procedure, place, person, medicine which is without risk. And think about this, nothing in this world or universe is without risk. Next, please. Even the most next click, please. So, even the marriage, which is supposed to be the most glorious thing, is having risk. And when anybody thinks about the risk is more about than the benefit, then he doesn't proceed. If thinks that the risk is lower than the benefit and the benefit is more, then actually you start going towards that direction. Next, and this is true for the therapy also. Next. The Hippocrates became the god of the god of the medicine only our father of the medicine only because of the one sentence, and that was primum non nocere, means do no harm. And that should be the intention of everybody, not only the medicine, in every aspect. And that is how the dictum goes, like do no harm. If you can do good, it is very good. If you can't do good, it is good, but you can't do the bad with the intention. So rights are the prescription. Everybody knows that right patient, drug, dose, doses found, route, date, right date, right number of refills, etc., etc. And the most important is everybody must be right about the limitation. That is refusal of the treatment. Are the treatment which can be given to the other, like that is right referral becomes the more important rather than treating every disease by himself. So safety issue of the medicines, when the drug reaches in the market, everybody knows that it goes to the from the preclinical lab testing, preclinical and the clinical trials to the market. And all these safety issues, they are tried to be resolved during these periods, but unfortunately, because they are under the standard conditions, they are within the limited population, so they don't represent the real population and don't represent the real condition. And that's how the data from the clinical trial, they are not enough to give the guarantee that the drug will be safe. The question is, most often we think that when the drug is in the market, mainly the safety issue has been resolved. No, because it has been resolved within the limited population, and that too under controlled condition. So because of this, the drug gives slightly altered responses in the real population and in the real conditions. So that's how the pharmacovigilance work becomes more important for the newer compounds. Next, next, next. So thousands do not represent the real population, real versus control condition, and there is the genetic variation and all these condition. Because of this, all the responses, they become altered. So all these are not diseases by self; they are diseases caused by the drug. They are iatrogenic, are adverse drug reaction, and that's how the adverse drug reaction suspicion and monitoring becomes very important. And lots of news and research is related to the ADR pharmacovigilance. Doctors need awareness of the ADR drug reaction. Click fast. Lancet shows adverse drug reactions are a cause for so much morbidity and mortality. IPC also suggests, then clinical and other. So you just see any journal having at least one or two major article related to the ADRs or ADR monitoring or pharmacovigilance. Next. So there are triangle is made up of three things. One is quality of the drug, another is efficacy of the drug. The topmost is the safety. So topmost is safety. So safety becomes the topmost. So if the triangle is filled with the safety and efficacy and the quality, then only we should proceed for the therapeutics. Otherwise, stop. So these are iatrogenic disorders which can be caused by the drug. Physician, surgeon, meditation is the diagnostic procedure. Anything in this world has a potential to produce adverse effects. If it is produced by the adverse drug, then we call it adverse drug reactions. So like कहीं आपकी भारी बीमारी किसी दवा का इफेक्ट तो नहीं है. So this is how this is the Waka effect. So just one should be aware of that every new symptom is not a new disease. A new symptom may be because of the drug prescribed by the physician previously. So any drug has a potential to drug cause ADR. ADRs unreported means ADR never happened. This is the dictum which we actually teach our student कि एक नाम याद कर लो. If anything is not reported means that never happened. And if ADRs are happening and not reported, it will go in the wrong way that ADRs are not happening. So that's how we have to be more vigilant over the reporting. So Vigilator is nothing but to keep watch over the therapy, and more watch over the newer and combination therapy. Next. Next. So watch on the new, old, and both. So there is one analogy. Analogy is that new drugs comes with so much hype and other things, just like new bahu in the family. And when the new bahu comes in the family, the welcome is much, but nobody knows the real face of the bahu. This comes after a time when the interaction with the family and everything happens in the real life. The things happen. Then the so that is the analogy of a new medical development with the new bahu. And if we have to be vigilant over the newer bahu more. Reason is you don't know the real face of the newcomer, new bahu, and that's how the and if we don't have vigilance over those, the real face may not be as expected. So that this shows like this. It started with this and coming to this much. So that's how the things happen, and we have to be very much suspicious. So being suspicious is very important, because if you don't have suspicion, then you will not think about the ADR. Next. So ADR are just like crimes. Crime committed by the person, you go to the police station. Crime committed by the drug, we have to go to the ADR monitoring centers, and we have to fill the form. There we fill the FIR. Here we have fill the ADR forms, ADR reporting forms, and the same is there. If you don't report, means crime did not happen. If you don't report, means the ADR never happened. That's how the reporting becomes the core of ADR scrutiny and control over the ADR and the control over the drug and overall control over the safe therapeutics. Next. Next. So AE is just like crime. Some crime has happened, and crime has happened. It has to be reported. It is reported very good, otherwise not. Next. So I teach my student the pharmacovigilance is nothing but FIR of ADR. बस एक लाइन में FIR of ADR is pharmacovigilance. If you don't fill FIR, means ADR have never happened. If you fill the form, if you report that this ADR has happened, naturally you are donating something for the population, for something for the science. Next. Up to 70 to 80% of the adverse drug reactions are preventable. Preventable in the sense, if anybody knows that the drug can produce this type of effect in this particular population, naturally he will be more careful in that. And all prescribers, pharmacists, paramedicals, patient and all, they can be asset for preventing the 70 to 80% of the ADR, provided they are knowing that this may happen. Next. So all the professionals, they must be asked, do you report side effect or adverse drug reaction? If they report, very well, otherwise they must be encouraged to report. Next. There is a high burden of ADRs, and under reporters reporting is one of the most bottom neck, this bottleneck for the ADR reporting. So under reporting is because of many factors. I will tell some of the factors, because most of the healthcare providers, they are ignorant about this, fear of the reporting and many more. Now, if you can compare with the developed countries to the India, the data are just paradoxical. Like USA and UK, we have 7% of the incidents in hospitalization. Here only we have 4%. Next. The fatality rate is around 7% in the Western countries, and in our country only 2%. That is paradox, because we don't report the things, and because of the under-reporting, these data are not real. Otherwise, if the real reporting is there, our data must be more than the Western countries regarding the ADR admission and the fatality. Adverse effects are more common in cases of extreme of the ages, pregnancy, breastfeeding, new medications, and whenever there is polypharmacy or polydoctor therapy. because that doctor doesn't know the next doctor what is it given he is given, that this doctor doesn't know which is, so that's how the poly comes for anything like polypharmacy, poly diseases, etc. The chances of ADR becomes more, and all these ADRs may develop immediately or after prolonged medication, or even the after the stopping of the drug. Some of the drugs withdrawn from due to adverse drug reactions and monitoring. अगर monitoring ना हुई, if the monitoring is not there, then all these drugs might be killing the patient, the human, even today, because of the reporting and all, reporting and scrutiny of the data. All these drugs have been withdrawn from the market. Next. So again, we have to ask professionals: do you report adverse effect or not? And this is the just a tip of the iceberg. Illusion versus reality means what we report is just a tip of the iceberg. Under reporting is much more. India becomes more important in reporting because I mean, we have a lots of genetic variation, financial variation, and economical variation, diet variation, etc. And because of variation, we become more prone to the adverse reaction and more important population for reporting the ADR. Next. So frequency wise, very common when every 10th is affected, very rare when one in 10,000, and in between there are other categories. Next. So ADR monitoring center was, NGO was started in the form of Uppsala Monitoring Center, situated in Sweden, and that actually took the lead in spreading the pharmacovigilance throughout the globe. And this center became successful in spreading the pharmacovigilance throughout the globe. And I mean, every country is one of the part of this pharmacovigilance program. Our country is actively involved. Previously, it was actively involved, but systematically, the pharmacovigilance program of India has been launched in 2010, and this is one of the flagship program of the drug safety monitoring program of India. Next. So pharmacovigilance is nothing but the detection, assessment, understanding, and prevention. And all these will happen only when the data collection is there. If the data monitoring and reporting is not there, then nothing is there. So ultimately, the bottom line becomes the adverse drug suspicion, adverse drug monitoring, and adverse drug reaction reporting. So that is how we can contribute towards the safety of the patient. So what are adverse drug reactions? They can be noxious, untinted, and normally they are considered within the those somebody is नाजिया को म्यूट कर दो डॉक्टर नाजिया को म्यूट कर दो हाँ so where is slide?
One minute, sir.
Oh, no worries.
Yes, sir, please.
So ADRs are noxious, unintended, and within the normal dose limits. But now the definition has been expanded also, because if the overdose producing excessive response and unexpected one, even that has to be reported. So ADRs are poorly reported, and it has been in our country. It is around 2 to 4% of all ADR, and only 10% of the severe ADR. All ADRs reporting is very important because all these they accumulate into the one signal, and these signals are very important to generate real to generate the real correlation with the drug and association of the drug and the ADR. And if this association is established, then the action over the drug is to be taken in the pharma black box warning other, and ultimately the killing of the drug, that is withdrawal from the market. So ADR monitoring and reporting becomes the most important, because they are the primarily basically the first thing, because of that the signals can be generated, otherwise not. Next. So we have to go with the W and H family, that is what happened, when happened, where happened, to whom, which intensity, who were involved, why, and ultimately how it can be explained. So all these answers are given, have to be given, because what happened, when happened, and which other drug was there. All these answers are to be filled within the form, and ultimately how it happens and how it can be correlated, that will be assessed by the signals. So if you see here, the patient becomes the core, the patient, then family members, then nurses and pharmacists, then doctors, then consultant, then HODs, and then the government or the policy makers and administration. So you have to go to the educate from the bottom to the top. So, and there are persons who actually give ADR monitoring report. There are persons who do not. Why? We have to think. So there are certain discouraging factors, like number one, lack of awareness. The most of the population or the general masses doesn't know that there is a program going on throughout the world, and if anything bad happens, it has to be reported. That is lack of awareness, and lack of awareness not only the patient and patient attendant, in the medical community also. Second is complacency. Complacency means everybody thinks that the drug is in the market, now it is safe. Now it is not, because the factor I have told, the drug came through the thousand, it is spread into the lakhs and the crores. Now the thousand does not match with the crores, and that's how this tendency of the physicians and nursing staff and the pharmacists, that should be broken, that the drug which is in the market is not guaranteed that it is the safe. Then comes the fear of litigation and investigation against. Now this has to be told to the persons, all involved, that there is nothing like litigation to the doctor, litigation to the pharmacist. No, nothing will happen. Just you report and forget. Next. Then overwork may be one of the factor in our country, because we are overworked, maybe clinician, maybe pharmacist, maybe nursing staff, and because of that the lack of time is actually there. But more important is that we don't get the feedback from the reporting stations. If you get the feedback and get the appreciation, naturally the reporting will become more. Then they are not actually knowing what to report, and then forget to report. Then there are co-administration number of. So here in India, you don't think that you are prescribed this particular drug and the patient will be taking only this drug. It is not. Here, the person will be taking traditional medicine, Chinese medicine, herbal, Unani, homeopathic, etc., along with our medicine. So that's how it becomes very difficult whether what to report, which may be the culprit. Then discouraging factors are the most important is fear of criticism. कि साहब फार्मासिस्ट ने अगर रिपोर्ट कर दिया तो हो सकता है कि फार्मासिस्ट के ऊपर ये लग जाए कि साहब ये जो दवा देते हैं वो खराब होती है. ऐसा नहीं है. The pharmacovigilance meaning is the vigilance over the drug, not over the pharmacist, not over the clinician, not over the nurses. So there is nothing like criticism, nothing like litigation, nothing like legal issues. So that should be clear from the and that should be clear. That should be in the very clear words to each and everyone participating in the pharmacovigilance program. Next. So there are these are the challenges and leading to the inadequate reporting. Data quality becomes compromised, resource constant, and ultimately we don't have much regulation over the drugs. But there are problems, then there are solutions also. So what are the solutions? The first is the well-equipped pharmacovigilance unit, which is almost done at present. Every medical college, every pharmacy college, they are having a well-equipped pharmacovigilance unit, and hopefully they are working in a standard way which is expected from them. A strong collaboration of the pharmacist and pharmacology department to the clinicians, that is very important, because the adverse drug reactions are not happening in the lab. Adverse drug reactions are not happening in the pharmacy lab. Adverse drug reactions are not happening in the pharmacology department. Adverse drug reactions are happening in the clinical setup. Unfortunately, we are the persons who report. They are the person who are seeing ADR. If there is no collaboration with the clinician and the pharmacology or pharmacy department, naturally the reporting will never be solved. And that's how the strong collaboration, more intensive meeting and all these, that should be within the clinical department and the pharmacology department. There must be some appreciation awards and all these, and there must be the assurance to the clinician that okay, your this drug will be has caused this drug, but but fortunately you are not the person to be reported. Only the drug ADR will be reported, and there will be no legal issue over the doctor or the pharmacist or the nursing staff. Next. Next. So there must be a constant reminders in the form of newsletters, reporting ADR events, and etc. At the university level, at the college level, at the pharmacy college, medical college level, and ultimately we have to promote the safety of the patient. So while using new product, become more vigilant, and just like it's a part of life cycle, because it is not like कि इस बार कर दिया अगली बार, because next time some other drug. So this is just a part of life, part of routine, that this type of thing may occur anytime. So ultimately we have to suspicious throughout 24 hours, 30 days in a month, 365 days in a year, daily, that whenever some drug is given, it has a tendency. It has a tendency then to produce ADR, and we have to be vigilant to see the ADR, recognize them, identify them, and report them. Next. How to report? Very easy. Just we have to educate our non-medical persons that there is a form blue in color for the non-medical, and there is a form red in color which is to be filled by the medical persons, or the persons who are actually trained in the medical training, maybe pharmacists, maybe nursing staff, be MBBS students. And there is a very nicely very nicely governed that toll free number 1800, then followed by 180, followed by 30, followed by 24. Now this phone number to be written at multiple sites. And one suggestion I give, that any prescription of any clinician, the bottom line should be like, if there is any harm and you suspect that this harm may be because of the drug, please report to this number, or please revert to the clinician itself. Next. So that is how the IPC is doing that. And this toll-free number is, who can report? Anybody, right from the patient to the clinician to the administration. So anybody. So there is freedom to report. Only we have to search which form has to be used. The form blue for those who are non-medical, form red which are knowing the science, medical science. Next. So what to report? As many as reporting, and any suspected ADR. If you suspect that anything untoward happened, then that may be because of the drug, must be reported. Must be maybe pharmaceutical medicine, or maybe vaccine also. So known or unknown, serious or not serious, anything must be reversed. Role of physician, surgeon, paramedical, nursing, ultimately is only one: recognize and report. So key messages are all involved in the therapeutics should be vigilant and report as soon as possible. Next, more vigilant on the newcomers, utilize vigilance system for the best therapeutics, and it is all being done under the, patronage of Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission. So today we can have a pledge that मैं अपना नाम लीजिए जो भी है, मेरे सामने आने वाले किसी भी प्रतिकूल दवा प्रतिक्रिया की फार्माकोविजिलेंस अधिकारियों को तुरंत रिपोर्ट करने की, देन मरीजों की सतर्कता से निगरानी करके प्रतिक्रियाओं का दस्तावेजीकरण करके, मीन्स रिपोर्ट करके, तुरंत रिपोर्ट करके गोपनीयता बना के, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, यू दैट कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी शुड बी मेंटेन थ्रू आउट द प्रोसेस। मैं दुनिया भर में दवा सुरक्षा और रोगी देखभाल में सुधार करने में योगदान करता हूँ, एंड अल्टीमेटली द गोल में बी अचीव्ड। हम सब खुश रहें, हम सब स्वस्थ रहें, हम सभी कष्टों से मुक्त रहें। थैंक यू। जय हिंद। नेक्स्ट। So this is brief talk about the pharmacovigilance and moreover the promotion of the pharmacovigilance activities, and moreover the importance of the pharmacovigilance learning and teaching and other things which has to be spread from the bottom to the top, not from the top to the bottom. Unfortunately, we are here adopted from the top to the bottom, but here we have to go reverse. We have to teach more to the patient, attendants, nursing staff, pharmacists, clinicians, and then we can have a policy, some policy for that particular drug by the administration. So thank you from my side. Any question, any comment, most welcome.
Thank you, sir. Such a nice lecture, sir. You have covered really. It is one of the sessions every time whenever you present, sir. It is worth listening, and we every time listen and every time learn, sir, from you. And this is how a professor of medicine should be working with. I have seen you with Professor K.D. Tripathi, one of the veteran pharmacologists of India. And we are lucky enough to have you, sir. First of all, मैं हाथ जोड़ के आपसे धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि आपने अपने रियली बिजी स्केड्यूल में से समय निकाला, सर। और ये मेरे विद्यार्थियों के लिए गौरव का क्षण है, विषय है कि उन्होंने आपके साथ आज इस डिजिटल डायस को शेयर किया, और बहुत ही सुगमता के साथ जिस तरीके से आपने अपना प्रस्तुतिकरण किया, सर। आई टोल्ड लाइक वेरी स्मूथली, जिस तरह से रबड़ी होती है, you know, goes in the mouth and flows with like very fluently. So in that way, sir, this all the, and there are no such questions, and only I can see is the blessings and the congratulations. And sir, please accept this e-certificate from our ADR monitoring center. We are reporting our 100 ADRs in a month. So Deputy Coordinator Dr. Hanif Mohammed, me, my colleagues Dr. Madhav, Dr. Atima, Dr. Kanchan, all are working constantly, as well as our students of PharmD course.
Very nice, very nice, very nice.
Thank you so much, sir, for your presence and time. And it is definitely one of the thing. This lecture will be it is in the recorded mode, and we will upload it onto our YouTube. And my eyes will definitely get kind of relaxation in terms of pharmacovigilance. Worth watching is n number of time.
Thank you. Most welcome.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you everyone, and namaskar. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Bye, sir. Please take care.